Well, hello. This is Jeremiah Pickard's Yes Years, and for the first time ever, I'll be doing a proper video. I decided the first one would be on a band I want more people to know about, that is Brass Camel. Also means there's less weight on my shoulders than if I was to do something like Yes or David Bowie straight away. As I said, this is the first time I've ever done anything remotely like this, so bear that in mind when watching, because some of the editing might be a little rough. Brass Camel are a Canadian prog funk fusion band and one of the best bands out there at the moment. I personally was introduced to them with their Please 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 cover on Musora. And I wanted to hear more. And boy, did they not disappoint. With 2 albums and a third near completion, here's why you should listen to Brass Camel. This is actually the second incarnation of the band Daniel James's Brass Camel. In prepping for this video, I actually contacted the band asking about the time frame between the 2 lineups. According to frontman Daniel Sveissen, the Daniel James Brass Camel album was initially recorded as a solo project. He said up till that point he was making his way as a session player but was ready for his own thing. Daniel was later joined by his old friend, bassist and backing vocalist Curtis Arsenault. This was an attempt to make Daniel James Brass Camel a real band as opposed to hired guns. The album was released in May 2018 and live shows with the current lineup took place, which I presume was still consisting of some of the session players. I was never specifically told that though. What I was told is there was a lot of effort trying to find the best fits for the band. When the pandemic hit, the rhythm section was finally completed as drummer, or lead drums as the band likes to say sometimes, Wyatt Gilson was brought into the band. Daniel told me this was the moment he felt like it was a real band, and he said afterwards that it took a couple years for the full 5-piece to come together. Thank you, Daniel, for helping with this. The early stages of the band isn't really talked to us about anywhere. Following the pandemic, there would be a huge shift in their setlist containing newer material, with some older tracks that would mostly be phased out. They recorded and released their debut album, Brass. By the time it released, Dylan Lammy had joined on lead guitar. They toured and started playing much longer pieces in sets. Around 2023, the final member of the band, Aubrey Ellefson, joined on keyboards. They appeared on Musora in the latter half of 2024, where they were challenged to cover Sabrina Carpenter's Please 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 in the Brass Camel style, which, as I said, was into my introduction to the band. Early in 2025, they'd released the lead single from their second album, Camel, or Ode to Time, which was followed by the full album in May. They toured for Camel, playing it and Brass in full for certain shows. They simultaneously recorded for their upcoming third album, which, as of writing the script, is in the mixing stages. So that's a brief history of the band, but the main reason you want to listen to a band is the music. So let's discuss the albums. This album is the least progressive rock of the whole discography. That's understandable, as it's not Brass Camel, but it's still a significant part of their history. Opener Issues is a banger, but has some weird production choices on the vocals. Just listen. We've Gotta Live Together is basically Pressure Cooker version 1, but not nearly as good. Still an interesting listen though.
Stop pretending it's not a problem of your own. Will you get it when the clown at your feet?
New York is a fun track with a great guitar solo section. The Vein of William Watson is a dynamic instrumental with complex riffs and grooves and great playing by everyone involved, and the outro is nothing short of magnificent. It segues into Nothing Wrong, which is an apt title, as there's nothing wrong with this song, but it doesn't really do anything we haven't already heard on this album. The instrumental is pretty cool though. Better Things to Do is a slower track that settles into the swampy grooves so nicely.
I've got something for you, baby. You might think I'm going crazy.
Buenos Noches is similar to We've Got to Live Together, that is basically an early version of what would become First Contact, and it's really obvious on this one. It's also, once again, not nearly as good. Call the Doctor is another swampy funk jam. I really enjoy this one. I kinda wish it was kept in the set.
If your mind is aching and your body's feeling weak,
Price to Pay is again a fine song. I enjoy it in the moment, but I'm not aching to come back to it.
everybody's just sitting and waiting. The odds are that they won't make it.
Letters of Last Resort is different though. It's a slower instrumental that expands over just under 6 minutes runtime. It's easily one of the closest things to modern Brass Camel on this album, even if it does kind of overstay its welcome. A Long Way to Go ends the album on a positive note. Again, it's nothing groundbreaking, but it's great for what it is.
Despite how far we've come, we still got a long way to run. Still got a long way
As the album stands, it's a lively album of funk rock bangers, but not representative of what I love about Brass Camel. There are certain tracks though that hint at where the band would eventually go, notably The Bane of William Watson, which would be one of the tracks maintained in the set following the introduction of Brass Camel. I definitely enjoy listening to it though, even if it's mostly to hear the early versions of songs from Brass. Brass is an awesome debut album. It's not the best prog album ever, but it's a strong effort. It's a fusion of prog and funk with heavy emphasis on funk. It grooves in sort of a similar way that Gentle Giant do, though in Brass Camel each instrument is usually riffing in sync. Tracks like Blingers in the Back, I've Got the Fox, Pressure Cooker and Shaking in My Boots have an awesome groove, and whilst not fully embellished with prog, mostly, they are bangers all the same. This album definitely has prog all over it though. Opener First Contact is a short instrumental that shows this band mean business and is a huge step up from Daniel James' Brass Camel. The mid-section of I've Got the Fox sounds hugely epic, despite being barely half the song.
each and every time. I've got the fox. I've got the fox. I've got the
King for a Day is at first a bouncy track, but contains many changes and fill throughout, and would be heavily expanded upon live. I'm getting ahead of myself. The two-part epic of Last Flight of the Vulcan and Easy is definitely rooted in prog, especially the former with its keyboard-heavy instrumental, though the closing sax solo of Easy is definitely a climactic finale to the piece. The closing track Only Love is a truly epic ending with such a banger of an organ solo. Keyboard player, so I'm biased towards keys. bass, but seriously, this solo is fantastic. And the rest of the instrumental section, through all its twists and turns, is fantastic to listen to. The other great thing about this album are the guitar solos. They are always just rolling off the frets. Some of my favourites are Last Flight of the Vulcan, Only Love. Camel is my favourite album of 2025 so far. It's epic, it's funky, it's fantastic. There are two epics, but I want to save them for later. Pick of the Litter is a fun, funky track with spoken word from Geordie Johnson.
Feline friends are heaven sent, but one of them tops them all. Lionel pounds to the top of the hill, and he played a righteous ball.
With highly technical instrumental work, showing the band's chops but still being a banger. It ends with a pulsing synth leading into chain reaction. It's again a fun, funky tune with highly technical instrumental runs, and has one of the best vocal performances in the band's history. Continuing the run of fun and funky is On the Other Side. It's such a tune.
That's how you live your life. It's gonna take you for a ride. The grass is always greener on the other side. Always greener on the other side.
With a great guitar solo and some awesome synth tones throughout the track. The next song is the shortest and was the lead single, Borrowed Time. It is the best short song on the album. The funky riff, the epic chorus, the awesome guitar solo. Am I biased because this was the first new Brass Camel song I heard? Probably, but I don't care.
You get yours and I'll get mine. Living on borrowed.
Now, the epics. Opener Zealot is my favourite prog song from this year, and one of my favourite songs in general. From the ominous opening drone to the ostinato guitar riff, the funky verse riffs.
A powder keg with a burning fuse, an offer made that can't be refused. The mandate to maim, torment and abuse, poisons the mind of a weary few.
Their epic instrumental section. The climactic return of the vocals.
Heads will hang from the castle wall. There's nowhere to run when the hammer falls.
Insane runs on every instrument. Zealot is a perfectly constructed piece of music. If there's one song you decide to listen to on this video, make sure it is this one. It may be 11 minutes, but it flies by. Closer Another Day is a powerful finale to the album, starting off simply with a piano line before the epic ballad verses explode in.
The cold world is trying to bring you down again.
The verses never are identical though, with different accents and changes, and in a twist it becomes an ominous chant with affected vocals.
My brother, have you shed your skin?
Then the drum break brings back the epic feel before an epic verse comes back. Then the synth solo, one of the best keyboard solos in their discography, going into one of the best guitar solos in their discography. Piano arpeggio fades in before the band explodes on these droning stabs, then synthesizer round 2. Then the epic tempo change, allowing for drum fills to take centre stage, and the vocals return again for an epic outro featuring yet another guitar solo, closing what is, in my opinion, the best album this year. I've unfortunately not had the chance to see them live. This is because they are Canadian and I live in England, and thus can't really make it just to see them live. I have, however, watched basically every live video on their YouTube channel, and can definitely comment on those. When it comes to the earlier incarnation, there isn't a huge amount of footage out there. The big one is a highlight reel of a covers gig from 2018, which shows the technical skill of the band as they competently perform prog staples like Xanadu, Roundabout, Time, Tarkus, "21st Century Skeptical Man", and 2112. There's also an excellent version of Pressure Cooker played by this lineup on the official Brass Camel YouTube channel.
Now we're really feeling the heat. Feels like we're living in a pressure cooker. Pressure cooker.
the main band...
Where the pendulum swings side to side, while your neck's on the line. Hanging judges oversee the trial as 7 white panthers burn through the wire. And as the fire blinkers out, so will yours with it. My God, what have you done? Each and every time
First of all, they're tight. Extremely tight. And to play the music they do, you have to be tight. Also, they will shake things up in the studio versions. A big example is King for a Day, which is extended to a whole 12-minute medley, containing First Contact and dingers in the back. And with classic songs added for good measure, including Rush's La Villa Strangiato, and Yes's Heart of the Sunrise. They even throw in the Bane of William Watson. My favourite performance is the live studio session of Easy, mostly because of the outro. In place of the saxophone is a face-melting guitar solo played with a talk box that just makes me sad. Hearing it made me a Brass Camel fan. Hell, it made me a whole air conditioner. The studio session of I've Got the Fox was the second time I heard Brass Camel, and the first of their own music I heard. It was a banger from first listen. The vocals on this one are especially excellent. The live version of Zealot from 40 Strings Required is just insane. Last Flight of the Vulcan studio session is great. Every bit of live footage from this band is worth checking out. If you are watching this video, you probably have already heard of Brass Camel. However, if you haven't, Hopefully this video encourages you to check them out. If you want to get into them, either of the main albums is a great way to start, or simply watch the live footage on YouTube. Anyway, I'm going to continue waiting for album number 3 and for them to tour the UK. Who knows, maybe I'll do a follow-up video when either of those things happen. Or maybe I'll talk about more bands that you should listen to, or even talk about some more famous bands like, I don't know.